to the Barefoot Maiden. So today is another Sam's monthly shopping haul for groceries. I'm going to start by showing you a couple of the non-grocery items I picked up at Sam's because they had some really good deals today. And then I'm going to show you all the stuff I got at Sam's, at Aldi, at my local grocery store, and I also stopped at Publix and picked up a couple of things, got some really good deals with that. But first we're going to start with a couple of non-food items that I picked up at Sam's. I found this for $7. It is the little light hoodies. I got this for my husband, and they were like $7, which was a really good deal. And then this was my favorite part. So, found this. My dad and I found this, and he bought 2 of them, but I just got one. You literally fold it out, and you push it in the sides. Done. And it's a crate, and it's really sturdy. I brought stuff in from the car, and it was really, really, really heavy, and it was super sturdy. And then a really nice size. But when you're done with it, you literally just pop in that side, pop it in that side. The whole thing folds down, and you're done. And it can live in the back of your car or in your laundry room. And anytime you need a crate, you just pop it out. This thing was absolutely amazing, and it was $6.59. Which was absolutely amazing for how useful it is. So I was super, super excited to get that. All right, so now let's jump into what I got grocery-wise. So I was actually really proud of what I did money-wise for groceries. I was just under $200 at Sam's, just under $100 at Aldi, $50 at my local grocery store, and $4 at Publix. But that was because of a crazy good sale, and I'll tell you how I did that later. So this is the stuff that I got at Sam's. I got a bag of onions because we were completely out of onions. 2 things of bread. This is my favorite kind of bread, and I usually will freeze the one sleeve and we'll just use, I'll actually freeze both of these because I still have one sleeve in the freezer, but we'll just use one, and as soon as we get to the end of it, we'll go over to the freezer, pull out the next one, and it'll start thawing out for the next time we need bread. So that's usually what we do with the bread. Then I grabbed these Cadbury mini eggs because these are my very favorite candy of all time. These were kind of expensive, but it was a holiday treat, and I thought it was going to be super fun. So we grabbed those. We were completely out of coffee, so we got these. These are the whole beans, and we grind our own. I don't actually drink coffee, so my husband drinks that. And then I got some more Parmesan, grated Parmesan. Now, I really like the shredded sometimes, but it is more expensive. This stuff is like $3 for this whole thing. The shredded is like $10. So I get this kind. I use this in all of my pasta dishes, and I have been using this a ton recently. I am a fan of recipes, but I'm also a fan of sort of being inspired by the recipe and then just kind of throwing my own stuff in there. So I've been throwing this into a ton of different recipes recently. Then I got scoop chips. We eat these with chili. That's almost exclusively eaten with chili because it's really nice to like scoop your chili up with. And then sun chips. We love the Harvest Cheddar sun chips as like a snack, especially with getting on the boat more recently. We eat those on the boat a lot. And then these are our favorite pickles, and these are not the ones I use in recipes. I do have the ones I use in recipes, but these are our favorite snacking pickles, and we did not have a spare jar in the pantry, so I did grab another one of those. Then we were completely out of the chicken, the shredded chicken breast in the cans. These are nice for when you're throwing together a chicken salad in the last, like on the last minute kind of thing. So I grabbed a 6-pack of these. These were like $12. They're $2 a can. They're ridiculously expensive, but they're cheaper in this way than they are in some other stores. I have seen them go as far as $4 a can, so it's honestly not that bad. And then this is an interesting thing. Sorry, the glare on my camera keeps making it look funny. I got cream of chicken soup in this little case right here. And this is why cream of chicken is interesting. I usually get cream of mushroom because they were out of the cream of chicken for a while there, and also cream of mushroom was on sale. But I really like the cream of chicken better because I don't like mushrooms as much. And I also had a couple of recipes that required cream of chicken, and so I'm just going to start using this in place of my cream of mushroom for pretty much everything. And then I got some more avocados here, and I just keep these in the fridge, and then I'll pull one out. And this over here is our little avocado to potato and our kiwi pepper, and those are fake garlics. They're just pretty little fake garlics. But we put our kiwi here and our avocado here and let them ripen. We eat a kiwi every night. We split a kiwi because it helps with sleep every night. And then an avocado, when I want it, it's right there and ripe. And then when I'm done using it, I pull out a new one. And then we have been eating this cheesy beef rice taco beef rice a lot recently, so I got some tortillas to eat with that. I like this particular style and size, and I also like the price of this one a little bit better compared to the other ones. So have been eating a ton. You'll see more ingredients for this particular meal pop up because we've been eating a bunch of new recipes recently. Some of the recipes I've been using that need cream of chicken. It's like a chicken pot pie pasta. There's also a cheesy garlic parm pasta that I'm doing that are like crock pot based. So that's why you'll see some new interesting ingredients in my list. Then I got 2 bags of apples. Sorry for the glare again. I got 2 bags of apples because I eat an apple every single day with breakfast. So 2 bags of apples will usually get us all the way through the month with a few extra for when I feel like having 2 or take one as a snack somewhere. And then more Sam's coming over here. This is the cold stuff. We got 2 of the 4-count boxes of butter because we've been baking like crazy, and I've been just using through this butter like crazy. So I did get 2 so we would have a little extra. Then I got 1 bag of broccoli. It's been a while since I had to buy broccoli because we had built up such a supply, but now we're down to about 2 bags, so I bought some more. And then also some more meatballs because we were down to about 1 more batch of meatballs and I wanted to have more. And then I also got some of this white queso dip. This is for the cheesy beef taco rice. We put this in at the last minute and it's what makes it cheesy. So I grabbed some of that and some of that, both of which are for one of our new favorite meals of all time. So that was what I got at Sam's. Now let's go to Aldi. Okay, Aldi, while not being in bulk, actually turned out to be almost more than Sam's. A ton of cans. I get a lot of my canned stuff from Aldi. So this is where we're gonna start, is over here in the cold section. I got this premium honey smoked ham. So we could have some ham. We use these on like open faced sandwiches and regular sandwiches and stuff like that. Then I got 2 packages of this mixed veggies for chicken pot pie pasta, and also another pack of chicken breasts. I was not really happy with the price of this per pound. I had gotten some at Sam's that was like double this amount for only $13 when it was on a really good sale. I seriously should have grabbed more of that because I didn't think about how seldom that's going to happen. But now it's up to like, it was twice this for $13 and now I've paid $8.50 for this. So anyways, this is not bad. I just was really happy to find that sale that one time, and now I wish I had more because a lot of the recipes I'm cooking recently are requiring chicken breasts. So this is what we got. And then I got some more Colby Jack cheese. With cheese, honestly, it's crazy. Every single time I go to buy cheese, I think, oh, I've got enough. And then I will be completely out by the middle of the month and have to go get more. Or I'll think, no, I'm going to need more. Like this time I got a lot more because, like I said, some new recipes, been trying out some new crock pot recipes, all from Instagram, some really great stuff. And so I needed more cheddar cheese to be able to grate on top of stuff. Anyways, so I buy a lot of cheese and then watch us like not eat any cheese for the whole month. Cheese is one of those things you'll never know how much you're either going to use it or not going to use it. Then I got some ricotta cheese because another recipe I'm adding to my like tool belt of recipes is lasagna. A friend of mine just taught me how to make it. So I got some ricotta cheese. I did get 2 just to make sure I had enough for however many times we make this, but I did get 2 boxes of the pasta, so we'll have to buy more if I decide to make it again. Then I got my chili fixings. You know me, I am a chili girl all year long, and so I got another 3 rounds of chili. I did have 1 batch of chili left over from last month, but that just 1, which was, I was not risking that for the rest of this month. So 3 packets of these, 3 of the tomato paste, and then I've changed something with how I'm buying this. This is the first time I've tried this. You know, I get crushed tomatoes because I don't really like chunks of tomatoes, so I want them very small. And then I always put a chili bean mild in there, but I usually put a big can of pintos. Well, I haven't been real thrilled with the pintos recently in my chili. Now, I usually like it, just haven't loved it recently. I love the chili beans. So I got a double of the chili beans, and it's not quite the same amount of beans, but I think that's going to be fine because the tomato paste helps thicken it a little bit. So yeah, we're going to give that a shot. And we have more hamburger meat right now because it's not actually hamburger, it's deer burger, which is so good. My brother got us a deer this year, and so we have a ton of sausage and a ton of deer burger. And so I can make chili with a little bit more meat than normal. And yeah, I'm going to try those beans out and we'll see what I think. And then I got a restock of my pineapples, my ring sliced pineapples for pineapple upside down cake and my crushed for cold salads. So I did restock those. I don't actually think I needed this because I think I had enough, but you know what, it's okay. We bought them and we'll have extras and I can make some cold salads coming up in the future. Then over here, again, with some new recipes, I have a couple of new recipes that require Alfredo, like the pre-done Alfredo, which I appreciate because if I'm doing a crock pot meal, I really don't want to have to prep a ton. So I have those. I did buy those. We'll see what I think of these. There are multiple varieties, so I could test out different flavors. Then I got this variety of the sauce, and this is what I'm going to use for my lasagna. And so again, I'm a recipe girl who likes to look at recipes and then kind of do my own thing. So this is probably not the exact thing most people use for lasagna, but is what I'm going to use, and it's going to be great. And then I got apple juice this time instead of fruit punch, because I wanted some apple juice. And then I got 3 things of kiwis, which usually lasts us through the month and then a little beyond, which is nice. So lots of kiwis. And then for the very first time, hello kitty cat. Oh, you're not supposed to be up there. You're gorgeous. You're really pretty. You are. You're really pretty and you're really sweet, but you're not supposed to be on the table. So why don't we just come down here with your sister? Okay. So for the very first time since I got married, and I went on my first shopping trip after I got married, I'm having to restock my cake collection. So here we go. I thought I was going to have to after the holidays. Turns out I did not, but recently I've been making cakes like crazy. So I got 2 more powdered sugars this month because I have been using through powdered sugar a lot recently as well. But I got 6 classic yellow cake mixes, and these are the Betty Crocker ones. And then no, these are not the Betty Crocker ones that I thought I had gotten. These are the Baker's Corner ones. I was trying to decide between, but if I'm gonna go with a brand, I want like all of my things to be the same brand, and which is, I know, super weird, but the Betty Crocker ones did not have enough of the yellow cake mix, so I just got the one that had enough. And then I got 2 chocolate ones and 2 brownie ones. So filled up my supply of cake mixes so much. I don't actually think I've used this brand, so that should be interesting, but a yellow cake mix is a yellow cake mix, in my opinion. I'm usually adding something to it anyways. It's not just for the cake, so that'll do just fine. Then I got a Danish butter cookie container full because I like these with tea, and I was out. The few I had left were really old. Then we were out of hot sauce for my husband, so I grabbed some of that. And then I grabbed 2 boxes of penne because apparently all I have is bow tie, and I like penne. So I got 2 boxes of that, and then I got the lasagna noodles, pasta, yeah, lasagna things, and that was my Aldi haul. So let's go to my local grocery store now. Slightly less at the local grocery store. Just picked up a few things that I could not find literally anywhere else. This is the kind of tea we always buy. It's the Red Diamond and it's the decaf tea, so I grabbed some of that. This is the Sprite teas, which I love to have in the fridge, and this is his pineapple Fanta, which he loves to have in the fridge. Then I got some more cherries because I had just made some pineapple upside down cake and I was getting low on these. Then I grabbed 4 things of the tomato sauce because multiple of the new recipes I've been trying, including the cheesy taco rice, require that. And then these are for my stick of butter brown rice. I know there's 5 of them because we make stick of butter brown rice all the time. I am constantly throwing this on the table with pork chops or with chicken. I love this rice, so I made sure I got enough of them to have it multiple times. And then I actually grabbed this from my parents' house. They had a lot of extra ketchup because they bought one of the packs not knowing they still had one of the packs at home. So that's actually from Sam's, but I got it from my parents. And then this is my Publix run. This is what made me so happy. This is a maple extract. Finally tracked down some maple extract. Oh my goodness, was I so excited. My dad actually bought me this because I bought him something at Sam's, and so we just traded out. But I was so excited about this, and this is why that will be important that my dad bought this in just a second, because I'm going to tell you why in a second. Okay, so maple extract for baking. Finally tracked that down. Man, that took me forever. This is the incredible thing. This is the, oh gosh, I never remember how to say this. Anyways, the tiny little pastas. These are one of my favorite pastas ever. We eat this all the time. In fact, we ate it like night before last. I got 4 boxes of them. The last time I was there, they had the knockoff brand, and they only had 3 boxes in the whole building. But now my dad and I both got 4 boxes, which was good because that's also his favorite pasta. But yeah, I got all these pastas, and I will tell you how much they were. They were $1.99 a box, but they were buy one, get one free. So I paid $4.35 walking out the door with them. I could not believe that. I was so excited. So excited. I got such a good deal with those, which was really awesome. So that was Publix and my parents and our local grocery store. All right, so that was everything. Just a reminder, a little under 200 for all of that, a little under 100 for all of this, 50 for that, 430 for this, and from my parents. So not bad altogether, right around 350, maybe a little less than 350, which is normally what I like for our groceries to be at, especially since I did splurge on a couple of things. Like, we could have gotten by without some of this, but who wants to if you can afford to? So here we are, grabbing our good food and making some delicious recipes. Now, if anything that I mentioned sounds delicious and you'd like a video on how I make any of the recipes that I mentioned, chicken pot pie pasta, cheesy garlic parm. I didn't mention the garlic bread pasta, but that is also a great recipe. Cheesy taco rice, any of the ones I mentioned, just comment down below and I will make a video showing you how I make them and what ingredients I used. But yeah, this was everything. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back next time to see what else I buy. Bye.